Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Raven Melinda, with 16 Entertainment TV. We're at Paramount Recording Studios with the amazing songstress, Tiffani Lewis. How are you, honey?
I'm doing good, actually. How are you?
I am very good. What you guys don't understand is I was just in the studio just vibing out to all of the music that she was doing. It sounded like everything was just, I didn't know it was live. She was really just going in. And so what I'd love to start with is what's your inspiration? What inspired you to do music, to get to this place?
I think it started, well, I know it started when I was a kid. If I had to pinpoint one thing, I would say it would have had to been my grandmother and my grandfather.
Wow.
Because ever since I can remember, we were always singing. They started singing in choir at church. So one day, over the years of hearing them sing and practice in our home, because they practice a lot, I joined them. And I would have to say that would be what inspired me to sing. If I had to pick something, it would be that.
Wow, I definitely, so you said, so it pretty much the start was at church.
Yes.
Well, I can definitely hear that in you. Like it comes from your core. Like you have this beautiful, soulful voice. And I don't know if I can bring up the music that you were just doing, but I walked into, it's what is it? What about the money? What is it?
The Dinero.
Dinero.
Yeah.
Like that song right there, I just seen it in so many places. Like when you walk in, I'm like, I can see that overseas. It's international. So how did you feel when you heard that song right there?
I was really excited to have. It's like, oh, I got a song for you, you're gonna like it. Usually my first reaction to everything is no. Right off top, that's just my first reaction. It's just me. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. But then when I heard it and I'm like, okay, I like it. But then it's like, it's different for me. It's out of my element. So I feel like just anybody being a human being, doing things that you're not used to, singing a style of music that you're not used to is intimidating. It's scary. So my first thing was like, oh, I don't like it, I'm scared. But then I'm like, I love it. I see the vision. I see, now that I've actually gone in and I've sang it and I've made it my own, I love it. And I see what you see, you know, like everywhere, like summer, it's just a vibe.
Miami, overseas. I mean, it was just amazing. Cause like I said, I don't speak another language. So, and it didn't bother me. The language didn't bother me. It was what I was hearing you do. Okay. I mean, do you speak another language, or how does this, this is something you had to learn?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you also, I also was hearing that you're doing a remake of, Selena song.
Yeah. And that's all Spanish.
Really?
So it was like, I love the song.
Right.
And then when I sing it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really like it that much. But it takes time. Like I said, my first reaction to everything is no, because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a big scaredy cat. That's just who I am. Right. And I really have to push myself. So you hear a song so much, like when she did that song, and it's just like, oh my God, I love that song. But when I do it, it doesn't sound the same way. But it's not supposed to, because it's my song.
Exactly.
So I have to find the balance between me and her to make it my song, and to make it still appreciate the originality and the way she did it, but also make it my own too.
Wow.
So it's a challenge.
Wow. So Havoc spoke very, very highly of you, and I told him when I walked in the room, I know you were in the zone, so I was like, let me not bother her. I see her, she's there right now. Right. But when I gave you a hug, it's a certain energy that people give off, that it's that comfortability. Like, I'm like, she's just a real person. Really get down here and doing this. Yeah. So what is the message, or what do you represent? Because I feel this queendom from you. Like, I know you say you have, a lot of times you say no to things, but what is that? I feel that empowering feeling from you. Like,
and I think there is power in saying no.
Right. Exactly.
So I run with it.
Yes.
I'm like, well, let me think about it. You can't just spring things on me.
Right.
And you can't just think I'm just gonna do. I need to sit down. I need to think. I need to really because if I'm going to do something, I have to sacrifice my time. I have 2 children, and I've been away from them all day. So I have to sacrifice, and I have to really make sure that it's something that I really want to do, not just because, oh, we got to do this because of this and this because of that. Exactly. It doesn't always work that way for me. I would say I just represent and I just stand for I like to do the right thing. I like how, even with my music, how it's just old school. To me, it has an older R&B vibe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I stand for women empowerment, totally. Exactly. Little girls, and not going with the way society is now. I disagree with a lot of things. We'll go there another day. But whatever you choose to do, like. Right. I just want it to be because it's something that you want to do, not because of something that's forced upon you or you feel you have to do to get somewhere or get something.
Right.
So, and like I said before, I have boys, so I need all these little innocent angels to grow up innocent angels, so my sons can have a good partner in life. But that's pretty much just standing for what you believe and not wavering, because if you stand for anything, you will fall for anything, so I just feel like if you believe something, then that's it. I can't be shaken and I can't be moved because I am who I am. And I feel like some people they can be on the fence and they can be influenced, but if you feel a certain way inside, just go with it. It's gonna be okay.
Thank you. We need that representation of you, this woman in this world, because I feel like social media is a very big thing.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the people who do use social media as a platform are using it in a way that these younger girls are really starting to try to emulate that in the way that you carry yourself. Like I said, as soon as I met you, it's like it's a feeling. A real woman knows a real woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I love that you stand strong in what you do, because there's nothing that can manipulate or change you.
Right.
And that's that makes your music that I was listening to, it makes it so special, because it was another song that I was listening to. It's about the One Night.
Yeah, One Night.
Yeah, like hearing that, like that's a whole nother twist, a whole nother way to deliver something. Can you tell me more about that? Because I was really vibing out to that.
Yeah.
I've heard the passion in you. Like I'm like, yes.
And it's so we've all experienced love and what it feels like to want somebody and to like desire someone and just really, really love them, and just you just want that one time, that one special night, just to show them and just to let them know, like, I love you, like there's no one else for me, like this is what, just let me, just one time, I guarantee you, if you just let me go one time, one night with you, just experience life with you that day, you'll understand.
I love that you said experience life. That's deep right there. You just hit that one right there. Like it was very beautiful to hear, because like you're tapping on R&B, how I remember hearing R&B, and I feel like you are that representation of the perfect representation for our West Coast. Our West Coast need to be strengthened. They don't give us that credit, and you are like walking living proof of that when I'm listening, because you have such a large range of music that you're delivering on your album. It's not just this, it's not just that. You have love, you got your international tracks on there. Is there anything else? Like, what's your favorite track that you've done thus far?
Oh my gosh, well, I did have a whole bunch, and then every time I've been coming, it's just been growth. Right. Right now I'm in love with One Night, because to me, when I vision myself of doing music, I specifically told myself I want to make music that I want to sing to, that like touches me. I want to sing to music. I love to sing. I love to hear music. I love to see performers and just the glamour and just be entertained and just talent. Like, I love all of it.
Right.
And so when I hear that song, like we were just doing today, even when I was singing, I'm like, this is like, I was like, thank you, God. Today was a dream come true for me.
Wow.
And a huge area was like, okay, because I always ask, like, should I still keep doing this? Is this something that's just little reminders and little yeses I hear secretly, within myself, like, okay, when things, they don't always go smooth, but when I feel a certain way on the inside, like that song made me feel, I know that I was supposed to be here today, and I'm on the right track, and that's what keeps me pushing.
definitely. Like, this is, like, I love hearing that because this is your journey. And when you say, like, you have a fear or something, I'm sitting here like, I would have had no idea. The way you were blowing up in there, girl, I was feeling like I felt it. So this is your journey, and I always say, all these gifts, you have this path that you walk on, and these gifts that you have on your path, just pick them up and embrace them. You opened it up, and now you're delivering. Now this your talent. I love that you're sharing this talent with everyone. Like, thank you. I thank you because I'm a West Coast girl, so I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Yes, we have her here. She's ready. So what do we have to look forward in the rest of 2019? What projects? What's dropping? What's up?
Projects are still kind of up in the air. You know, things are just, one day it could be yes, one day it could be no. So we're trying to just branch out and get ourselves out there as much as possible.
Exactly.
Not saying we're gonna take everything, but definitely try to get out there. The summer's coming, so I know a lot of more shows are coming. So of course I would love to do more shows. Right. But right now, like I said, I know the importance of finishing this album. We have to get the music. So I can't sell myself without listen to this, you know? So I feel now it's just, we all need a fire. We all need that kickstart, like that, okay, you need to get back on it. So definitely right now, I think first and foremost, we're focusing on the music. Like, and it has to be right, and I have to feel it. And just, I have a whole list of these weird things, but good things, not like demands. You know, it's me within myself, things that I have to feel right. I can't just do stuff and just put it out there, and I have to love it. I have to.
Representation of yourself. Exactly. So your album is called Hashtag.
Yeah.
How do we get to your album being Hashtag? That is nothing but relevance right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how does that happen? It's so creative to me.
I think because staying with the times, you know, everything is so social media. Yes. You know, even it's annoying, but it is the way it is.
Right,
you know?
It's life.
Yeah, so we have to stay with the times, and it's like you said, it's now, it's new, it's irrelevant. And with my music, sometimes I feel it's like you said, it's a broad arrangement of music. It's all different types of music. So hashtag is everywhere.
Thank you.
All different types. You know, you can hashtag anything, and everybody hashtags all over the world.
Right.
So same concept. I feel like with music, it can, and for anybody, I like every type of music, so I would love to do something for everybody.
Right.
You know, because I love every type of music.
Those are the timeless albums that you can play, not just tomorrow, but you can play that 10 years from now. Whatever new way we're going to be listening to music, your music is still going to be reproducing. You know what I'm saying? So I totally enjoy that. And so is it a single that we know is going to come out first? We're going to, we still in this? Okay.
It's going to be Pain.
Okay.
Pain is the song that that was my first song. Okay. So that's the one we've already started to. It's finished and it's out. It's out on like iTunes. So every music is sold.
So we can find it on iTunes. Yes. All of those. Okay.
And it's hashtag Pain. So it's the
hashtag
sign and then Pain.
Okay. Great. So other than that, I want to thank you for being like. I know we were talking about that walking in, but your humble spirit and just having that, because we need real women like that. We need strong figures like this out, because you are paving the way. Like, you are on this platform where you are going to inspire these young women and inspire me. Like, I'm listening to your music and I'm like, I love it.
Thank you.
Love it. So are there any ways that we can find you, your fans can find you?
Yes, on social media, Facebook, it's Tiffani Lewis. Okay. And it's instead of with the Y at the end, I have an I, so it's a little bit different. And then on Instagram, it would be _Tiffani Renee and then _ again. But you could punch in Tiffani Lewis, it'll be the same thing too. But yeah, that's my social media. I think I have he said I have a Twitter. I don't do Twitter. So.
I know about
But
Twitter.
if I did, it would probably be Tiffani Lewis.
Okay, so we have our plugs to find you, but I also want to close it with, what is a message that you would like to give your fans to keep them going, to keep them motivated and all that? Because you have a beautiful journey from what you're saying. What message would you like to deliver for them?
Don't stop. Don't stop. And don't let, I feel today, we have so many things against us, and I'm speaking for myself. I feel like I have so many things that, well, I don't do this, I don't look like that, I don't sound like this, all these things I feel like will stop me from continuing my journey. And it did. It did. I stopped music for a couple of years because I was very afraid. Like, even in the studio, it was stressful. Every single time. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm crying. I'm done. And I really had to just be courageous and take a step out and just push myself. Push. Even when no one else is pushing you, just do it. Because it's not nearly as bad as you think it is on the other side. You get it done and you're like, oh, I'm kind of cool and I did this. And you would never know if you don't at least try. So if you think about quitting, or if you something that you always want to do and you've never done, just do it. Like, no matter what, do it. No matter what anybody says, and just, I would not even what anybody says, what you tell yourself, because I feel like I'm my own worst enemy, and I think there's a lot of people who are like that as well. Right. So that's my message. That's my motto for like 2019 is, even though I say no to everything, just do it. If it's within your moral and your means, do it.
So I have another question for you. So how do you and Havoc meet? How did this happen? Because this is a beautiful thing that I'm seeing happening.
Social media,
really? Wow. How did this happen?
It was my mom. It's all her fault. No, just kidding. They were friends on Facebook. And then I don't know if he was posting something about music or going in the studio, and then private messages exchanged. She's like, oh yeah, well, my daughter sings, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, well, send her down to the studio, I want her to sing. And when I went to the studio, I did pay. So that's how all of that started. And it was through my mom and Havoc meeting on Facebook. And I think probably a week later, he's like, yeah, we're going to be at the studio, at Mellow Max Studio. Come down here. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to try. And I went, and it was horrible. It was terrible for me. Because I was just so scared, and everything was just like new. But that started our journey. It started in that song that I did that day is Pain, which now is my first song out.
Wow, so that's amazing how that happened. See, social media, we just talked about social media, how social media connects that all.
I know, I was like, social media.
That right there, it's beautiful that your mom was so encouraging and looking out for you like that.
Oh, yes it is, but she's, I'm like, I'm not doing everything, Cindy, so just forget it.
Oh, you said her government too, that's when you know it gets real. But yes, Havoc spoke very, very highly of you. He said you're a very, very special artists, and you guys have had some time of development, and the evolution of you is just, I could imagine, like, I know if that was your first song coming in and that's your first song coming out, I know that it was phenomenal. I know it's phenomenal. So I do want to thank you for sharing that. Anything else you want to?
Yeah, and I mean, like you said with him, it's just we've had our journey and our growth, and with everything, I didn't know him and he didn't know me, and merging these personalities and working with someone, it's not always easiest thing to do. And he's certain way and headstrong, and I'm a certain way and I'm headstrong, and it can be a battle. I mean, I wish sometimes everybody could see all that goes on, because this is us, like, this is a happy time. This is a good time. We're in the studio. He's happy. I'm happy. But it's not always like that. It's like, we can be going head and head, and no, and we're fighting. He's like, just do this way, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, you just do it this way, and he's like, no, and to know, I mean, everybody who's been around us, they know
Right.
that, but other people, you know, they don't see that, and that's why I say, like, don't stop, because
Right.
what is you see in front, like when we come to the studio here, when we did the show,
Right.
it took years for us
Yeah.
to get to this point. We were working, fighting, figuring it out, figuring it out, going through in and out every
Right.
day. So it's just, if you want something bad enough,
Right.
you'll do it.
Exactly.
And you just have to make that decision. And he has definitely, okay, riff, you know, fine. And I've had to, you know, learn to compromise with him too, because it's not always my way either. And that's where
Right.
a lot of growth came in on my part.
Wow.
To where I can say, okay, I'll trust you like this much.
Girl.
You know, but if you mess up, that's it. You know, but I'm
Right.
gonna give you that little bit of hair, and instead of just saying, nope, we're doing it my way. That's it.
But that's what makes it so beautiful. Having two strong people together, you're gonna always have the best product come out.
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing. Like, I mean, I would have no idea all that was going on. But that's what makes a great relationship with somebody. You know, like a working relationship. You guys know how to get along. That's what a friendship is. So I mean, over time, I know it's a friendship. If you get through the good, bad, and ugly,
Right.
y'all supposed to be friends. Y'all are in the right place. This is the purpose.
Right.
Like I said, he spoke very, very, very highly. He said, he believes in everything that you do, and it's like not 100%, but 200% in.
Oh yeah.
So
more than me. He got me going.
Wow.
Because I was not there.
Wow.
He's like, you gotta just do it. Just riff.
Just riff.
Everything's riff. And I'm like, no. Just do it. And he's calm, and then he gets pushy, and then he gets calm. And I know for a fact he believes in me. You know,
Yes.
I know next to my mom, he's like right there.
Right.
You know, he's right there. I mean, he is gonna say and do whatever to, if I want to do something or do something, he's gonna find a way to make it. So that's how we got back actually to music. I went to a concert, How the West Was Won, and I was with my mom.
Okay.
And there was an artist by the name of Pomona Dre, and I'm from Pomona too.
Okay.
And so I stopped doing music, and I'm like, man, I'm sitting there and he's on the stage, and I was so like proud, like that's so cool, you know. And then I was thinking, if I would have stuck in it, I wonder where I'd be now. So I called him, I texted him, and I was like, in 1 year, I want to be on a big stage, so make it happen.
Wow.
And he was like, okay, Riff, I'll call you on Monday to set up the studio. And that's how we got the ball rolling again. Just as simple as that. And then I think about a year later, we just did the R&B Rewind Fest. That was a year ago.
Wow,
we did that
major.
on January. Yeah.
That's super major. How was that? So what was it? You opened up? Or?
Yeah, we opened up. I opened up for Maya, 112, Genuine, TLC, Velvet DeVoe.
Right.
It was next. It was crazy because I love all them.
Major.
I love their music.
That's major.
And I was like, I get a chance to do this.
That's
you know,
where you belong.
I was like, oh my god. More like excited for the show, not realizing I got to do a little job too.
That's amazing.
But I can't believe it happened. I'm still like, okay, more for
it's
sure.
happening. I can hear that. Like it's there.
Yeah.
Your product is there.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear the finished product of it. So, well, I want to thank you once again for just having a time, because I know you were like working in that booth. So I want to thank you for giving us the time and giving us this wonderful interview about you.
Thank you.
Learned so much.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you. So we're going to close this out. And I want to thank you and make sure that you follow Miss Tiffani Lewis.
Bye. Thank you.